Okay, so for today's workout, you're gonna need your tube, and then really you just need one weight, but you might want to have a couple of different options. I'm not going to use my big heavy weights. Use this one. This is my medium weight. So you might have a light set, a medium set, a heavy set. I've chosen sort of the medium one, but you should always be ready to switch it out anytime you need to. All right, so we're gonna start with a warm up, and let's just come down to the ground. I like to start with things that are a little bit like mobility, so that we get our body ready in all sorts of ways, stretchy. So you're gonna arch up like a hissing cat, and then press your belly button down towards the ground for what's called cow, and then arch that back up. Think about stretching across your shoulders, bringing your belly button towards the ceiling, and then inhale and press your belly button down towards the ground. And then exhale. Your belly button up towards the sky. Inhale. That belly button down. And then you'll come sort of in a spot where that's in between, not the high and the low, but right in the middle. From here, I want you to just raise one leg and then bring it down. And raise it again. We'll do that 4 times. So 4 more, 3, 2, and 1. Then the other side. You'll do 6 because I did 6 total. 2, and you're squeezing your glute. 4, 5, and 6. Now we're going to take an arm up, forward. And we'll do that 6 times. 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then switch over to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're sort of looking down at the mat. 5. As soon as we start the exercise, it's good. Once you kind of understand what you're doing, then stop looking at me. Okay, so now we're going to raise leg and opposite arm. Feel the balance challenge, and then bring it down. And now the other side, leg and opposite arm. So this is called bird dog, and we are going to do it again later. So we'll do it just one more time on each side, holding here, and then switch. And I'm sorry, if you already know that, ignore that I said this is called bird dog, whatever. Okay, so now let's press back to child's pose. So just sitting back on your heels, and shift your weight from side to side. Couple more times. And then come up onto your knees and stretching your arms out like a puppy dog. We'll take one arm underneath your body. This is thread the needle. And then back to the center and switch to the other side. We'll do that a few more times. And then we're going to add on to it. So keep going. Switching from side to side. One more on each side. And now we're going to take the first arm and raise it up towards the ceiling, and then thread it under. And then come to the middle and do the other side. side, same thing. Raise the arm up. So what we're doing here is just working through some mobility of our spine from the mid-spine. Raise that arm up. Thread it through. And we'll do it one more time on each side. All right, and then come to standing. So I want to rock back and forth on your feet. So you're rocking forward onto your toes and then back. And you can press those hips back and the whole body. Keep going. I'm just going to make it a quick adjustment so that you can see more of my body on the video. Excuse me. All right, good. So what we're doing here is actually warming up your feet. 3, 2, 1. And a little balance work. And then let's do another foot exercise. So just rotating your foot in a circle here. Your toe is down on the ground. And then switch directions. A lot of people have issues with their feet. And we don't actually spend a lot of time thinking or focusing on them, but it's pretty important. And if you have any trouble with this, always reach out to me and let me know. All right, and switch directions. Or you can tell me if we're right here together. Okay. All right, we're gonna do it. So now we're gonna start with a squat to a calf raise. Squat to a calf raise. And you know what? Yes, we're going 30 seconds of squat to calf raise. And if you want to, you can add a jump and you can play around with that. So your choice. We're making it really dynamic. I want you to push up, and if you want to jump, it's good. I just read an article, menopausal women should be jumping. 3, 2, and 1. Whew. Okay. So for our next move, we're going to grab a single weight. We're going to use it to press overhead, but we're only going to do one side. So we're going to sit down in a squat, come up, and press. And we'll do this for 30 seconds. So when you sit back in that squat, you want to press back in your heels. If your knees come forward a little bit, that's okay. But you want to sit back. And we'll rest here. Oh, okay. So now grab your tube. Promise it won't be too hard. And if you don't have a tube, you can grab a towel or something. You're just going to hold it out in front of you with a little bit of resistance. And then march. So one foot up and then the other. So we're getting a little bit of tricep work here. And you're going to feel your arms start to protest. I feel them protesting. But what we're doing is creating a little bit of extra tension so that we have to do our core just a little more purposefully. So think about that belly button. Think about your standing tall. And we're just going to do one more on each side, right here. Woo. Balance. Oh my gosh. All right, and then set the weight down. And we are gonna repeat all of that one more time. So, ready? Squat to calf raise or squat to jump. Here we go. Right now. Or you can add that jump. And you know, if you do this workout multiple times, you can sort of play around with maybe doing like the first 5, jumping, and then settling into the squat to calf raise. Or maybe you want to finish with a few jumps. And we're going to go for 3, 2, and 1. Whew. We get a little rest. And then we're going to grab our weights. I have a timer. I'm just watching my watch, making sure we get 30 seconds of work, about 20 seconds of rest. All right, so now we're going to take it to a squat and that single arm press. So the thing about the squat to press with the single arm is that we challenge the core differently than we do when we do just both arms. Two more. And last one. All right. And then we set that weight down. Grab the tube. Get a little tension. Pull it back just a little bit. And see, the nice thing is you can let it go and you can just hold it if that becomes too much. But just a little tension, and then add the march. Get that knee up nice and high. Thinking about just thinking about how does your core feel right now. I don't actually care anything else, but I want you to notice your core. Yes, your arms may be feeling it, but I want you to actually think about the core. All right, 3, 2, and 1. Oh my goodness. We're done with the tube. I said 2 exercises, but it's only 1. Okay, so that was our first set. Second set. We're going to start this exercise without a weight, but if you already have a good sense of how to do a kettlebell swing, you can use a weight. So I want to just do it without weights for the first 30 seconds, and then we'll do it the second time with weight. All right, so you're standing with your body bent over. Your arms are like noodles. They're not doing anything. And you're going to just thrust your hips forward and let your hands kind of fly along. Okay, so our 30 seconds has started. So this is a kettlebell swing. And the important thing is to keep your back nice and straight and to think about using the glutes and the hamstrings and the backs of your legs to press everything forward. And I don't know about you, but I feel my core at work here too. And we're here 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh my gosh. So if you repeat that later on and you don't want to do it without a weight, you can use a weight. Next, we are going to pick up our single weight again, and we're going to do a similar move, except this time we're leaning forward, rowing the arm back, and then standing up. So everything we're doing today is a single side because I want to challenge your core kind of differently than with the two-sided work. So you can sort of isolate the feeling of the muscles that we're using to do our row here. So you really squeeze that shoulder blade back toward your spine, release, and come down. And we just have 2 more. And last one. Okay, you can set that weight down for a second, a little bit. Let me show you what's next. You might want to grab a slightly lighter weight. So we're going to take the weight from our hip and across our body and up. So I'm actually going to grab it on the ends. So we're taking it here and then up to about head height. Oh my goodness. This is a wood chop. And we're going 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. Oh my gosh, we're gonna do the other side next time. So, okay, so now if you want to, you can add the weight to the kettlebell swing, or you don't have to, your choice. But we're gonna do 30 seconds of kettlebell swing. I'll do it with the weight so you see what it looks like. Again, I'm leaning forward, back is nice and straight. My arms are like noodles. Here we go, right here. So we push our hips forward, and your arms are really doing none of the work. I mean, they do some because they're just along for the ride, and the muscles have to work, but there's no controlling the arms except for holding onto your weight. Make sure that you're doing that. Press those hips forward. Back is nice and straight. Oh my goodness. 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Oh my gosh. Whew. A little break. Okay. We're going to lean forward again. Back in that same position. This time we row and then we stand up. I think we did this last time where we rowed and stood up, right? I hope so. So the standing up part of it is strengthening our hamstrings, similar to the kettlebell swing. So we get a complementary, this is just a little additional work. Oh man. And 3 more. 2. And last one. And then a quick break. Feel your heartbeat. Awesome, all right. And now we're gonna grab that weight one last time. And we're gonna take it to the outside of your other hip and across and up. 30 seconds here. So we have one more short set after this. And yes, there's a swing in this as well. We're working all the core. 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Okay. So we're gonna just do one more standing exercise and then everything else is down on the ground and then we're done. So we're gonna reach up to the sky and touch down to the ground and reach up and touch down. And you can move as quickly or as slowly as you want. And when you touch down, you want to try to squat and touch. And if you can't touch the ground without bending your back, you can just touch down as low as you can go. And we're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! All right, come down to the ground. Onto your back, feet planted on the ground. Feel the heart rate start to come down. Okay, so we're gonna do a hip bridge, but a single leg hip bridge. So what that means, we're gonna bring our bottoms up off the ground and then raise one foot. From here, we're gonna lower everything down and come up. So we're gonna do 10 of these. 10, 9, oh my goodness, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then switch over to the other side. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, one more move. We're coming onto our hands and our knees. Remember how I said in the warm-up that we're going to do our bird dog? This is it right here. So on our hands and knees. So we're going to extend opposite arm, opposite leg, and then switch right over to the other side. It's not fast, but it's also not really slow. And when you extend that arm and leg, I want you to feel a stretch from the fingertips to the toes, and then switch. So 5 more on each side. I'm letting you count. And once you're done, press yourself back to child's pose. Ah, very nice. And then again, you can shift your weight from side to side like we did at the beginning. And now come to the center, and then take your hands out to one side. So I'm going to take my right hand over to the right, come forward like this. Take my hand over to the right and put my left hand on top of my right hand. Nice big stretch of your side body. So if you're swimming or doing really anything, this can feel so good. All right, and then switch over. So we're going to walk over to this center and then to the other side. And then back to the center. And then press up. Very nice. Awesome.